So, the gentleman in the comment on the clickbaity title,
Yeah.
he had mentioned, I don't know how much you read into that. He mentioned James and Jude and the Psalms and Paul being inspired by Enoch, which I went and I looked a few things. That's what I got going on in here.
Oh yeah, down at the bottom. Yeah.
There were a few things, and there were a few not so supporting things in that. Specifically in the Psalms, I got some good information on the Psalms.
Yeah. As far as Enoch,
Yeah, because the Psalms. Let me get the data.
all we brought that up for, and from my perspective, was just to show that it was like
Cultural.
Enoch alone was not inspired at that time, and still isn't, but they still used it to describe,
Their themes, which
yeah,
that doesn't necessarily
spiritual or
mean that they were
inspired
citing
theme.
or quoting, which they sometimes were, but that they shared themes, which Jews over here sharing same themes with Jews over here. So,
Yeah, it's not. It's
in that
we
day, though, there were a
understand
lot
it's
of different
not a
types of Judaism. so-
perfect analogy. By no means is it a perfect analogy.
Specifically, Psalms. What you got here? The Book of Enoch's timeline runs from 300 to 200 BC. But the did I say Enoch just there?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
got
But the
me
Psalms were not only much before, but a much wider range from 1400 BC to 400 BC.
The Psalms.
Psalms.
Yeah.
But they were compiled at around 500 BC, still 100 years before Enoch was started to be written down. So, inspired? Not at all. I don't think so at all. It looks more like Enoch was inspired by Psalms.
Maybe included, or like I don't know. Because you get me when you start using the word inspired.
Right, because it seemed like he was maybe trying to say that the Psalms had been inspired, like from like the Book of Enoch was written, and then David and anyone else who wrote a psalm was like Enoch. I'm referencing Enoch here. It's like no,
Yeah.
Enoch was much after, and the Google searches did suggest very heavily that yeah they share themes for sure, but that just means that they shared themes. It doesn't mean that one was inspired by the other, but these two writers, or however many writers, had the same ideas about things.
Yeah, and I've not even read, nor do I really want to. Maybe I should, but any of
Enoch.
Book of Enoch. And, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, it's not canon. It's in the Apocrypha.
I don't know if it's in the Apocrypha.
Then I'm like, oh, it's not inspired scripture. Like, why do I read it? But I read a lot of things that aren't inspired scripture.
Truly.
That will still talk about the faith, and still like. I think where Book of Enoch talks about like some things that people don't like to talk about, like giants and sons of God. Yeah, all those two. And it kind of like digs a little deeper into those concepts than what the canon does.
Which in the end,
Which I
it
think
still seems a lot like fan fiction. It's
Which is why we drew.
It's a very harsh way to say it, but it's much more true than was inspired. I'm just saying.
Right.
Because I mean, in a few other places, like it says, it shares parallels. But again, does that mean that they were citing? Who could say? Jude did seem to directly quote Enoch. Jude 1:14 through 15 seems to have referenced First Enoch. Where'd you go?
Jude 1:14, 15.
Yeah, and it seems to have cited or quoted Enoch, First Enoch 1:9. You going to
Jude
Jude?
is such a small book. 1:14 and 15.
Yep.
Okay. Jude 1:14. It was also about these that Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied, saying, "Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute judgment on all and to convict all the ungodly of all their deeds of ungodliness that they have committed in such an ungodly way, and of all the harsh things that ungodly sinners have spoken against him. It just mentions Enoch, though. It doesn't really mention like the writings within the book of Enoch.
Find this in there, because in
It's in Jude?
in 1:9, not Jude, in First Enoch, wherever you just were. Behold, he comes with tens of thousands of his holy ones.
It's quoting.
To pass judgment upon all.
It was about these that Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied, saying, quote, "Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute." Yeah, so it's quoting
That's
from
a
Book of Enoch.
Quote that.
Right.
But again, the other ones seem to be more just shared themes. Like in James, where are you? Looks like James 5:1-6 is similar to 1 Enoch 94:8 regarding wealth and judgment. And then James 1:14 is similar to 1 Enoch 98:4 regarding temptation. And there are others in here. But again, I got to push back on the Psalms, because it's just the timeline doesn't add up at all.
Right. I'm trying to look up like what faith systems or circles like accept Book of Enoch as inspired.
This over here, I don't know if it's Orthodox or who has the Deuterocanon as
Ethiopian Orthodox. Oh, what a mouthful. Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church and Eritrean Orthodox Tewahedo Church. This is the primary faith group that recognizes 1 Enoch as part of their Bible's canon.
Okay.
Ethiopian Orthodox, okay.
Because I was going to say, what you call, I don't know if it's Orthodox or if it's Catholic who accepts the Apocrypha.
I think Catholics do.
But
maybe Orthodox, like Eastern Orthodox do as well.
Enoch is not in that Apocrypha over here.